Okay, I was thinking of like a phrase or something to sum this movie up, and I think I can sum it up with just two words, and they simply are holy shit. Welcome to Happywax TV. Okay, I know I am guilty sometimes of coming in here and being a little overzealous about some movies, because normally when I do reviews, I watch them and then I immediately come in here while they're fresh in my mind, you know, all excited and, you know, all that crazy stuff going off, and I try and bring that to you guys so you can get excited about it. But then I look at my reviews a couple days later, or I'll think about the film a couple days later, and I got thinking to myself, you know, oh, maybe that movie wasn't as good as I made it sound, or maybe that movie, you know, I shouldn't have been so excited for and stuff like that. Well, I'm telling you, I'm not apologizing for being excited about this movie. This movie is absolutely fantastic, okay? It's called The Sadness. It's written and directed by Rob Jabaz. Now, what's awesome about this is it's filmed in Taiwan, I believe, okay? But Rob is from Mississauga, Canada, and that is like an hour and a half down the road from where I live. And this is his first feature-length film. He's got a couple short films out. But to have this movie as your first feature-length film, I know there's some other directors that have had bangers that have come out as their first movie as well, but holy shit. Listen, it's no secret on this channel for my disgust of the zombie genre for, I mean, at least the last 5 to 8 years anyways. It's just, it's all the same. And I don't care what anyone says, okay? Try and convince me otherwise. There is nothing new you can add to the zombie genre or movies of that nature. Everything you can think of, whether it involves a single person, groups of people, children, old people, anything, animals, it's all been done. It's a boring, drawn out, fucking, I wish it would just take like a break genre. It really is. So when I sat down to watch this, I had heard about this movie, but I didn't know much about it, okay? And goddamn, I'm telling you, if you're gonna make a zombie movie, this is what it has to be like. The story for this movie is nothing new. I mean, if you've seen The Crazies from George Romero, or even the remake, if you've seen 28 Days Later, if you've read the comic book series by Garth Ennis called The Crossed, like it's all the same thing. Basically, it's just about this, you know, this virus outbreak, and our two main characters, who I'm not going to even try and pronounce their names, but Kat and Jim are a couple, okay? And Kat goes to work, and Jim drops her off and then goes on about his business, okay? But then this outbreak happens, and it's like that. It just when you get infected, it's almost immediate, okay? And it turns you not into a zombie, but it turns you into this crazed person that just does the most vile, disgusting things to other people, and they actually enjoy it. Like, it's crazy. They try and give in the movie kind of a breakdown of how this virus works in your brain, and how you almost know what you're doing is wrong, but it taps into this excitement, or this sexually excited gland in your brain, or whatever they call it, and it just makes you want to do it. They give it a comparison to trying to make yourself stop blinking. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just can't. You can try, but you just can't, and that's kind of what these people are dealing with, is they just can't stop themselves from doing what they're doing. But holy shit. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of fucking movies, a lot of horror movies, a lot of gory horror movies. And this movie, it has to be in my top, I would say, 5 of goriest horror movies I have. Like, it shows everything, and no one is safe. It doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, a child. It doesn't matter. It's all in here. And I'll tell you, I read somewhere that I think it was the producers, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think the producers of this film, or whoever had the original license for it, was trying to get a rating for it, and it took them 3 times to submit this film to get even a rating. You know what I mean? Which means it's unrated, so you can't play it in theaters. And I believe when it gets released to home video, I'm pretty sure it's not going to have a rating on it. So it's going to be that unrated. And I just wanted to say too, thank you, Raven Banner, for picking this movie up. Okay, so that on May 12th or whenever it gets released, like, everybody can watch this. Because I'm telling you, again, the story here is nothing new. It's just about this couple trying to get to each other through this virus outbreak. But man, oh man, the gore. If you are a gore hound, you are going to absolutely love this movie. If there's anything bad I can say about it, is that the first half of this movie is just outrageously gory and over the top, and I loved every second of it. The second half of this movie, it does slow down a little bit as they're trying to make you understand or give some sense of story amongst all the confusion that goes on in this flick, to let you know kind of what's going on. There's still gore and craziness in the second half, but there's just not as much in the second half as there is in the first half. So it does tend to slow down a little bit. And I mean, the ending might be a little predictable for most people, but again, you don't go into a zombie movie with any hope of having a new or a fresh story. It's just, there's none available anymore. It's just all been done, been beaten to fucking death. And I've said this 1,000 times, if you're going to do this style of movie or any low budget, if you have the budget for it, you need to amp the gore up. And this movie, it's overload of fucking gore. God damn, I loved this movie. I did. Okay, to give it a rating, again, I just watched it, so I'm probably a little bit excited about it, but I am going to give this movie a super strong 7.5. Again, you don't come into this movie for the acting, which is actually fairly decent, okay? You don't come into this movie for a new story or a fresh take on the zombie genre, because you're not going to get it. You are simply coming to this movie for an hour and 40 minutes of just blood splattery fucking goodness, and I don't think there's any cutaway scenes. Like, if people are getting their eyes gouged out or their necks ripped or all this sexual crap that goes on in this movie, it's all in here. It's more or less in your face. So get ready for it. It's fucking bananas. So anyways, I'm going to keep this one short. I think I've already spoken enough. Just take my word for it, guys. If you love that type of movie, you are absolutely going to love this movie, The Sadness. I believe it comes out for wide release through Raven Banner, I believe May 12th. So if you have seen this movie, if it's been at a festival or something that you were able to catch it at, let me know what you thought of it. And if you haven't, when it does come out, highly recommend you give this one a go, then come back here and let me know what you think, guys. Holy shit, I still don't love the zombie genre, but I love this movie because it did what it needed to do for a zombie movie. So anyways, The Sadness comes out May 12th, guys. Till next time, stay scared.